Hi, it's Phil here from Revive My Ride, and in this video I'm going to show you what to do if your Mercedes check engine light is on. So without further ado, let's jump into my Mercedes C-Class W205 and have a look and see what's going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and start up the car. And if you look on the right hand side, you can see that the Mercedes engine light is on. Before we move on to diagnosing the check engine light, there's a few things to make you aware of. The first one is sometimes a check engine light is caused by a momentary sensor fault. And if you stop the engine and then restart it again, sometimes the light will go off and it'll never come back again. But as you can see on my car, I tried that and unfortunately the check engine light is still on. So the other thing is, in your Mercedes owner's manual, it actually tells you what all the warning lights mean. And what it says is that the engine may run in emergency mode, and so that'll allow you to get home, but it's not recommended that you keep driving on it, and to consult a a technician or a workshop as soon as possible, which is kind of like what we're trying to do. And the final thing of interest that it says, if you have a diesel engined car and you've run out of fuel, then that can cause the check engine light to come on. And so what the manual recommends you to do is to start and stop the car 3 or 4 times. Presumably that'll prime the system and it can make the check engine light go off and stay off. Time to move on to the next step, which is reading the fault code using an OBD2 scanner. Now in the past I've really recommended these inexpensive scanners because they'll read all of the basic codes and you can pick them up for just 20 to 30 pounds, so $30 to $40. But as you can see here, I connected up this scanner and it didn't show me any faults, even though I could see the check engine light was still on. So sometimes, unfortunately, you just need a better scanner. It depends on what car you're working with and it depends on what kind of fault you're trying to read. So here I've got a NexPeak, an X501 scanner, and this one will read the code, so let's go ahead and do it. On most Mercedes cars, the OBD2 port is in the driver's footwell, and in this case it's right up there, which is just above the brake and the throttle pedal. So we just need to plug in our code scanner, and it's worth noting this is normally done when the engine isn't running and when the ignition is turned off. Now that we've got the scanner connected, we can go ahead and turn on the ignition, and to be honest, I just find it easiest to start the engine. And now we can just tell the scanner to run a check, and it just takes it a few minutes to read the codes. Okay, so this might be a little bit small, but what it's saying up here is that there's 2 DCTs in the ECU. And so now we can go ahead and have a look and see what they are. So pressing the OK button, let's read those codes. Okay, so it's found 2 codes. The first one is a P229E. And the second one also is a P229E. Okay, that's a bit unusual. But anyway, we know the one that we're looking for now. But on this particular fault code reader, it has a database, so it will sometimes give you a little bit more information. But on this occasion, unfortunately, it says code not found in the database. So what we need to do is just Google this up now. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm literally just putting the fault code in. So Mercedes P229E. And then what I usually do is I put the word forum, because then I'll get a hit for Mercedes forums where people are talking about the issue. So it doesn't really matter what fault we found, because I'm not going to be able to give you guidance on all the different faults that can cause a check engine light on a Mercedes. But I used that one as an example. And normally you won't be able to do a Mercedes check engine light reset until you fix the fault. Or if it does reset, if the problem's still there, then it'll just come straight back again next time you use the car. So coming back to the fault code scanner, assuming you fixed the fault, here's how you go about doing the Mercedes-Benz check engine light reset. So a lot of these scanners are similar in that you're looking for somewhere on the menu where it says erase codes. And on this particular scanner, you press the back button a couple of times, but you come up with this menu and you can see it says erase codes just there. So you just go ahead and select that. And then it'll ask you if you're sure you want to reset it. And yes, we're sure. And now this particular scanner asks you to turn the engine off, but ensure the ignition is still turned on, and to confirm that. So I'm just confirming that now. And now it's in teeny tiny writing, but it's saying that the code's been cleared. So if you fixed the problem and cleared the code, no more check engine light. So I hope this video's helped some of you out there, and if it has, then please give me a thumbs up. Any questions or comments, please post them below and I'll try to help if I can. And finally, if you liked this content, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye for now.